Greetings everyone, this is Lodrik. This is the game War in the Pacific, Admiral's Edition. And today we will check the 25th December 1941 in the match against Jochen. I think last turn, Christmas 41 was, let's say, the dark day of the Japanese Air Force, high losses of Navy bombers in Malaya, and the Japanese Army's NATO fighters get defeated, more or less in central of China against the Chinese American P-40s. But today I catch one base, flipping the owner. Still some American submarines south of Taiwan, but not really much activity there. Some merging. Okay. So my small Navy Guard units taking out Puerto Princesa. Normally he's American small base force only, so nothing really can stop me. But I must simply get rid of the space force, kick them out, or here maybe some sub-tender or something will hide here, or float plane tender. So the night was totally inactive. No submarine activity. Strange. Normally we have always so many sub-hunting stuff. Okay. Yeah, a Mark 14 attack on our patrol ship. And again some more torpedoes are wasted. Now we have a surface engagement. No, this was on the surface. This was only a standard sub attack. And of course in deep water, impossible. Nearly impossible. So my submarines northwest of Batavia trying to block this exit road, but maybe some smaller hits on my submarine. But still no heavy damage. And it's not so far from Saigon. And now we have this ongoing battle. And again nothing. In this match so far, okay, my submarines are not ineffective, but I don't know why. I think I had less torpedo hits in this game compared to Dojo, but it's of course only the feeling. Torpedo attacks on cargo ships and troop transports are simply much more likely to create a hit, and warships are faster and hard for a submarine to attack if it's not a sneak attack. Like last, I think 3 turns ago, my submarine was able to launch a hit on a light cruiser. Yeah, after the disaster of 24th December, I now suppress all air activity I don't expect here too many kills, but if I keep my fighters in the air, it's simply impossible for Jochen now to use his P40s or Buffaloes. Yeah, but of course he has nothing on the air. And now Chinese bombardment. It's not that I stop now all bombardment, I simply only choose safe spots where I know it's impossible for Jochen now to operate any interceptors. I still won't slow down these units and weaken them. Okay, and this is somewhere, maybe it was Nanning, an airstrike on my port here in Sanya. Today Sanya, maybe the most beautiful beach city in all of China, and in time before COVID, also a hotspot for Russian tourism. And this is the reason why not many really other Western people like to go there. Russians are simply too noisy most of the time if they're making party. So my flag was good. I damage and destroy some of these bombers, and but they create still 2 hits on my cargo ship. But because I'm here in the port, it's unlikely to sink, and this is only 100 kilogram bomb, so on fire, but no real damage. So, and one lonely one. Okay, but no hit. And surprise, surprise, there are Russian bombers coming, I mean Chinese Russian bombers taking Canton, Guangzhou. How this can be? Luckily I have here a lot of flak. And I can damage most of these bombers. But my fuel tank gets hit. No. And more sweeping. At least Jochen uses bombers to attack me, and he also uses fighters to try to intercept my strikes. And with maybe more success compared to Dojo. But it have still, I think, not really an impact on the outcome on the ground. So I have here a lot of spotting for my Navy search airplanes, for my battleship formation. I can spot the enemy task forces, but it's hard to catch them. Because I simply have only one really hunter force so far. Battleships have a long range. But of course they're also not so fast, but yeah. So now, last turn there was no success in attacking my cargo ships, but today we have here 100 or 250 pound, 100 kilogram bomb, and the second, and the third, and number 4. So even number 5. So the amount of bomb hits are now the problem, because normally 100 kilogram bomb hit for this kind of bigger cargo ships are not a big issue, but 250 kilogram is of course much more. This is now already like 500 pounds. And now we have 2 good cargo ships here on fire. Still no heavy damage, but on fire. And more seagulls are coming. And these are much smaller cargo ships. So these cargo ships maybe only can handle 1 or 2 bomb hits before they will maybe go down. Oh, 1 bomb hit. Heavy fires. And some of my units are disabled. And now the Dornier are coming, attacking. I think they're carrying 300 kilo. So 300 kilo. This is of course a strike force. I mean, this can really create damage. Luckily, only 1 bomb hit so far. And the little flag damage, second bomb hit. Now we have an explosion, and it's my poor cargo ships. Now I have here heavy fires, and heavy fires are more seriously. And some B-17s. Luckily, I had here 1 carrier now here in repair, and if I remember right, I put them normally all in training, so they don't have the best position to intercept this B-17 bombers, but at least they can intercept them. But I know because the B-17 is really hard to crack, so I think I forward now here, but at least maybe we can damage them. 1 kill. So 1 kill, and many other B-17s are damaged, and now I have additional flak. And this is, I think, and 1 more flak kill. So 2 or 3 enemy airplanes are shut down. These are long-range attacks. So all of these airplanes also will have more likely crash landing now. My cargo ship. After so long time, and after so many failed airstrikes, today was the day Japanese Navy, merchandise Navy, suffer some losses. But it's still acceptable. I mean, it's impossible to avoid any losses. There's other smaller cargo ship. So I think I lost here 1 4-point cargo ship and maybe 1 11-point cargo ship. But at least no additional destroyers or cruisers. I take this mini base. I only take it simply because this will cut off Mindanao of every retreat option. So if I now walk in Mindanao, not Mindanao, Mandao, then this base force will surrender automatically. Otherwise, the base force will try to run away, and I must try to catch up, and this costs all time. So nothing really crazy happened today. It was maybe a successful airstrike for Jochen against my cargo shipping, but too late, too little to really have an impact. I think I lost only maybe some small units are disabled. So, and I was able to intercept one of these B-17 strikes. So, air losses are today 3 B-17s and 2 Catalinas. And these are 4 engines, so 12 points, double engine, 4 points more. So I lost 1-0 for ops. 1-0 gets killed, I think, maybe by the B-17s. This is always possible because they have a heavy defense machine guns or something like this. But also in the Hudson. Flag. Yeah, this is the flag attacks on Sama or Sanya. So air war was okay because 7-2, and these are many engines. These are all twin engines Jochen lost, so much more points. And I lost only one pilot, so I think this is maybe the fighter pilot gets killed, or because the others are ops. Naja, we will see. Can happen. And ship sunk now. This turn, yeah, so 4 points, this is nothing. Yeah, I have unlimited of these ships. And a 12-point ship with 18 speed. So it's really a fast speed ship. It's maybe have not much capacity. But it's fast. And speed is often important for Navy engagement. At least for the Japanese. Because the time is running. So I only normally use 14 or knots or faster ships for transporting troops, nothing smaller or shorter or slower. So not a catastrophic, but yeah, will happen. And we have no really navy, no real navy engagement, no big land battle. So I arrive in these 2 hexes. I will maybe try to attack or make a short or bombardment. These are 5 units, but there's 40,000 people. So I don't know if they are. Maybe I try to attack here and bombard here because these are 60,000 and 10 units, and these are only 5 units. So I don't know if this is maybe more support. Hard to say. But we will see. So I took this basis and I must bring now my units in position. I can see that Jochen tried to escape here west on this smaller road and also west here on the highway, so this is hard to intercept. This can lead to opportunity for me to intercept and encircle all these units, but we will see. It's not clear up to now. And not much more in China here. But because I can control now here the railway, I can now really move everything for Manchukuo what I want. But there's also not more much to take out of Manchukuo. At the same time, I'm still using here Chengting as a support airport. Well, not so much air power here. Kaifeng is my main airport. I still build it up to airport of level 7. And I have here some air equipment running. The other big base is normally Henko. This is already a 7 airfield, so I don't want to make it bigger. And I have additional forces, but I lack still the air fighter support. So I just barely upgrade this air wing to now Oscar 1C to be able to fight the P-40s. They're hiding here somewhere. So China, nothing really new. And Malaya, I need one more turn. So next turn I will arrive in Kuala Lumpur, 27th, and 28th December I can normally attack Kuala Lumpur. My recon airplanes already told me that there is nothing. 3,500 guys, this is nothing. I come here with 5 tank regiments or units. So after Kuala Lumpur is under control, I can rail the rest of my forces to Johor Bahru, unload everything, and then I will move maybe 1st of January into Singapore. And in Philippines is also, I think I finish all unloading, if I remember right. And I can open it. Yeah. So the unloading is finished. I only will unload here now the last 6, 7, 8,000 supplies. And but the armies are finished here. So I am now at 3,100 plus additional forces. So maybe I have here in total maybe up to 4,000 attack value. And I have one. Oh, come on. Yeah. Nah. Shit. Cannot open more. Yeah. I have one more mixed brigade. I can maybe move to the Philippines. It's only 125 additional attack value plus here little stuff and backup. But I can do this. Simply, I need every attack value I can bring to Philippines. Because this is a much more harder battle for me. I need all attack value. Singapore, after the successful cut on Mersing line, and I have here now the knowledge that here at least 15 units are with over 10,000 people. And here is 20 units. So normally this 10 or 15 units are also in Singapore. But now I cut them, so I have maybe 1/3 of the units here in center of Malaya and 2/3 in Singapore. And many of these Singapore units are at least damaged from battles I had here before. So nothing more here. Java, I maybe must do something to help this poor cargo ships. Here is everything is fine. This one ship just sunk. But I have enough other cargo ships to pick up. So only disabled units, nothing really gets destroyed. And here, this is this task force where 2 of my cargo ships gets damaged. And these are good cargo ships. They are normally all fast. 11, 12, 13 points. So I will maybe try send my carrier force, because I have here now 7 carriers. They are normally under repair and reform of the air wings, but I have to act maybe here a little faster than I hoped for. And the last thing I can maybe show is that my battleship formation is here running around, and I always can scout here enemy task forces, but they're always still too far away. I must come closer to really attack them. And my carrier force is now on Rabaul, but in Rabaul I have no fuel, but the fuel is on the way. Yeah. So I will maybe bring my carrier force back to Truk to rearm. At the same time I can use some AOs to refuel my carriers on the way, and maybe the rest of these tankers I can bring to Rabaul. I normally still want upgrade here the port to a 7. Then Truk is finished, and port 7 is enough to rearm every battleship, but not Yamatos, but also the old carriers. And then I can normally bring here all of this construction stuff mostly to Rabaul, and then I can start finish the construction of Rabaul, similar to Truk. And after Rabaul is normally finished, I will bring everything to Tulagi. And if I'm finished with Tulagi, I hopefully maybe can go to Luganville, and so on and so on and so on. And maybe the real last spot is here. This my. Last time I lost track of this. I think like cruiser formation, but maybe this is this now, because it's 6 ships and they're moving southwest. So whatever this is, maybe this is like cruiser, but maybe it's something else. It is something, and I can try to bring my submarines again in the past and lay there and wait for the task forces to cross my line, and then I can make a sneak attack with my submarines. Thank you all. See you all. Bye bye.